Right, I'm working on my Prairie Points, and I have my decorative thread on my upper looper and also in my lower looper, regular thread in my needle. My stitch length is 2.5, my stitch width is 7.5. I'm on A for tension, and I'm all set to go. But the first thing I'm going to do is change my foot. On these Prairie Points, you're going to be sewing on the edge, so take all your squares and fold them in half and press them, and you're going to be sewing on the folded edge. So to do that, I'm going to use, you can use either your Lace Applicator foot or your blind hem foot, and the reason for that is it has a guide on it. This is the guide, and this is why it works so well with folded edges, because if I feed this in here, it's going to feed the same distance all the way through, which means that my stitch is going to be nice and even. If I just eyeballed it and didn't have this foot on, it might go thick, thin, thick, thin. It's just easier to use this foot. And because I am working on a folded edge and I'm using the guide, I'm going to take my knife down. This guide can move from left to right, and you actually want it, there's a screw here, you actually want it so it's just level with where the knife would be. And mine's actually a bit off, so I'm going to move it over slightly. I know the reason for that, I was using it with flat lock. So I'm going to move it so that it's about where the edge of the knife would be if I was using my knife. Of course, it looks that way. The first thing I'm going to do is test it and make sure if it is the look I want. So I'm going to put my foot down, and I'm actually going to create a thread chain. I need a thread chain for this. I'm going to lift my foot because my thread's got caught. Right, let's try it. Foot down. So I'm feeding with my folded edge right up against that guide. Sometimes I lift my foot just to get it in a bit further, otherwise you use up a lot of decorative thread. And I'm just keeping that folded edge up against the guide. And there you have it. See how it's all the same width all the way down? It just makes it much easier to use that foot.